First off, I'm sorry I'm doing this near midnight, 3 a.m. or something. Second of all, the ruckus in the background is my little brother playing. But the important thing is, you can't rush GotchaTubers and YouTubers to make it like part 1 or not part 1, part 2, or because you rushing them just makes their anxiety worse, which makes them make it extremely sloppy. Not extremely, but they try extremely hard. When you try too hard and you have a ton of anxiety, the less better it is, right? That's what's happening with all these people. Can you do this? Can you do that? But what if you were in that person's perspective? What would you do? You'd get anxiety. You'd get sloppier with your videos. So stop rushing YouTubers in general, like GotchaTubers, people that make Minecraft videos, people that make series. Stop rushing them. It makes their anxiety worse, and it causes them distress. So please stop putting so many comments. Like, yeah, you can ask if the person, he or she or them, can make a part 1 or 2. No, part 1, but part 2 or 3, But if they say no, don't start asking and asking over again. So then it feels like how some people have their parents force them to do an essay or a homework assignment you really don't want to do, and they start crying over it for 2 days. Yeah, that's what they feel like. Basically, they're forced into making a part 2. If they're saying they're not gonna make a part 2, or they're gonna be like maybe, and they put all these comments. You're like, part 2, part 2, part 2, part 2, part 3, part 3. Make a part 2 now. That's just making their stress rise and making them on the verge of crying. So stop with the comments. If he or she says no, then stop. If he or she says yes, you guys are either forcing them to, because of how many comments, which means they have tons of hundreds and thousands of YouTube notifications. So stop with the comments. And second of all, why the hate comments if you're watching the video? Like, the second topic is hate comments. And this is a very important topic because some YouTubers, when they see hate comments, they feel like they're absolutely useless, they're good for nothing. And that can slip into depression, from anxiety to depression to suicidal thoughts, from not being good enough or not doing the right thing because you don't like it. Then why are you watching it? Huh? Like, if it's a boy x boy gotcha video, like, why are you watching it then? Like, why are you watching it? At all. Sorry, my dad is in the background. My little brother was complaining about phone and stuff. They have devices on their own hand. They occasionally break. But why even watch it if you're going to leave hate comments and cause them to cut themselves possibly, which is something to do like suicidal attempts. People can die suicidal attempts by losing too much blood by cutting. So stop with the hate comments. They're not needed. Then don't watch the video at all. They even put warnings in there. You still put hate comments, then why even watch it? They put warnings in the description. Check the description first. And then at the end of the video, they might, or in between, they might have the warnings or triggers. And before they do the intro stuff, because, you know, they do those hypnotic ones, some people can get triggered by too many flashes, which causes them to have a panic attack or something. That's why they put warnings. So if, like, something triggers you to have a panic attack or something, don't watch it at all. Or just skip to the point where you want to watch the actual thing. Sorry, I have to pause. I feel like I just need to. But like if you're Christian and you believe in the Bible, I had this Bible where it said God thought a man and a woman should only love each other, and only a woman and a man can love each other. But then God was like, women can love women and men can love women, or something along those lines. So God likes black people, Asian people, Japanese people, even though they look white. They're just Japanese, except like a lighter skin tone. Stop shaming disabled people, people with vitiligo, or opposite vitiligo. It's where your skin darkens in certain spots. I have vitiligo, real vitiligo, where it lightens your skin around my neck and my thighs. So stop. I changed the topic to this third topic to stop being racist, and you know, black people are just darkened people. So you're just basically just hating your bloodline. I have to pause again, sorry. Okay, so basically humans are the exact same race. There's just different types, but they're all the same race. So basically you're destroying your own race by the second. Realize that? They're unique. They're different. We need different people. Just because you don't like them doesn't mean you have to be racist about it. That's my mom. So stop with all the hate comments. With all the hate comments. With all the part 2 comments, you know. Because it increases their anxiety and pressure, you know. Second of all, stop with the hate comments. It causes them to possibly go into depression and suicidal attempts and thoughts, which can lead into a coma or possible death. Every 45 seconds, someone is committing suicide. So stop and think about what you're going to type in a computer or whatever you have. Or think about what you say. Think about what you're going to say before you say that bad thing. Or you just gonna make them jump off someplace. Stop with all the hate things. It's not needed in this human world. There's already coronavirus, which is a pandemic. Fires. Kobe Bryant's death, which I'm extremely sad about. Well, I'm not a sports person. I don't like deaths at all. There should be people that could have been heroes and had a nice family and was a good person. Yeah, extremely bad. There is also Black Lives Matter. Everyone matters. Okay? So if someone's different from you because they have to have a wheelchair or they're blind, I have this kid in my school that's blind, and she acts like she's a 6-year-old because she can't see how the other students act. She can't see what the other people are looking at. She can only hear and touch. And disabled people, which means they might have been in trauma or something went wrong in their birth, needing them to part of their body to not be able to move anymore. So stop everything, like the part 2 comments. Like, you'll be forcing, stress can turn into depression. Anyways, the hate comments, which make them not feel good enough, they're useless, But please stop. Everything bad, like bullying, cyberbullying, which is like saying rude things on devices. For people that don't know what cyberbullying is, it's bullying but on a device, like on Instagram, where you can add comments, or YouTube, or Twitter. So stop it. And we're all the same human race. Because the human race is just a race of humans, which means we're destroying our own bloodline by getting rid of black people. And hating China isn't going to do anything about this. The only thing they could have done was just cut less bats, honestly. Just left the bats alone, that's what I would say. But as well, they didn't get the hint. So then the pandemic happened, and then everything else, Also, one of the 4 other things that's been happening this year is killer bee swarms, which means big groups of killer bees come in a group and attack people in Africa or very hot farmland, which means they get stung a ton, more than 30 times, I'm pretty sure. So stop with all the hate comments, the rushing comments, like the part 2, part 3, now, forcing them. Like, literally, you're forcing them, basically, if they don't want to. They say, yes, I will. You just have to be patient. Then be patient. If you're not patient, then learn to be patient by waiting. Okay? Second of all, destroying our own human race, pretty sure. I can't remember, but I knew there was 4. Just stop it. Every rude thing, the rushing comments, the hate comments, criticizing and being racist to other people, that's basically in your bloodline. Everybody's part of something else. Like, you be part Japanese, like, you be black, but you're white.